Hey, what's going on, everybody? Thanks for coming and checking out this video today. I've got something pretty cool here, and I wanted to do a quick video about this. Some recent retro finds that I was able to acquire when I went to Nagoya City recently, and this is pretty unique. So we're going to be taking a look at some PC games here, some original PC games, and this is from a series that I'm a big fan of now. I love the Ace series or the Yeast series, depending on who you are and how you want to say it. And yeah, I've played all three of these games here, and I have them for PC, of course, original discs. But what's cool about them is they actually come with some extra stuff. So I wanted to take a quick look and kind of show you guys what some of these like releases were back in the day. And we do got one here that's actually a bit of a premium one, like a special type of like collector's edition version of this. So this should be a lot of fun. So of course we're going to start with the small one here, which is Yeast Origin. And this game is basically a prequel to the original game series. And yeah, as you can see here, we've got the lovely Windows Vista icon here. Who remembers Windows Vista and how fantastic that operating system was? No one does, of course. But yeah, we got the box. This is a box, obviously, but we got the back right here. So pretty fun game. You can actually play this on basically all the modern consoles, and I highly recommend it. So of course we've got the main like DVD box here, so the DVD in here as well as like the original like mailing paperwork. But what we got here is we've got a manual. How often do you see this, a manual? So I love the artwork for Yeast. There's a lot of great character designs. I mean, this is way more detailed than wow, than what I mean, you see these kind of shots in the game, especially when the characters are talking, but you can't really appreciate a lot of this. So yeah, this is pretty cool. So it just gives you a breakdown of the characters and who you'll be dealing with, as well as like the controls and stuff. So pretty cool stuff. Oh, looks like there's a little comic here at the end too. Always gotta appreciate a little bit of a comic strip. And then here's one of the very first type of like interesting items here is we have an official visual book right here. So this is going to be about the artwork of the game, it looks like. So here's the tower. This is like the tower you're actually climbing in the game. Of course, we've got one of the characters here. So this game's interesting. It's got 3 characters you play as, one at a time, of course. And they 2 of them you play from the beginning, and then one of them you actually have to unlock. So, and these are some of the side characters in the game. But it's kind of cool to see this, kind of like a unique, it's a visual book, right? So you get to see some of the art here as well. And I mean, this game is great. I mean, this is a fantastic game. You can play this game in isolation and not really need to worry about too much how the story connects with the other games. So, there's an opening movie here, it looks like. So, oh, that's right, because the Yeast games, they like having kind of like anime openings to them, and they're really well designed with the animation and everything. So that just kind of breaks down, I guess, some panels from that opening animation. So yeah, anyway, so this is Yeast Origins. Kind of like, I don't even know, it doesn't really say on the box here like if it's a special edition. So this looks like it's kind of like the base edition that you would buy from the store. So because I'm not seeing anything here that really says, yeah, there's nothing here that says it's like a special edition. But that was the original price for it, 7,980 yen. So in today's money, it's about $70 or maybe $68, depending on the currency conversion. But I got this for like less than $10. So it was well worth the book alone, and even a little bit of the manual too. I am not sure if I'll ever really install this game to see if it works well, but definitely worth the price there. All right, the next one we'll go into is Ys 6 right here, the Ark of Napishtim. Napishtim, I think is how you pronounce it. And yeah, so this has a really cool box design already. This is kind of like the game cover. It has actually some 3D texture to it here. It's a bit hard to tell, but this is a bit 3D here with the cutout. And then here's the back side to it. So these are like 2 of the main characters that you interact with. That's obviously Adol, which is like the main character you play as for all of the Ace games except for Origins. He's not in this game. So yeah, but I played this game recently. It was actually a lot of fun. Unfortunately, this is one of the Ace game, or excuse me, I keep saying a different word now. I'm gonna just call it Yeast. This is one of the Yeast games that you can only really play on the original PS2, I believe, but also PC. And unfortunately, they have still not ported this game. I really hope they do port this game in the future because I think it will definitely improve just the accessibility of it, like being able to play it on different consoles and modern consoles. But I think they're working on that. I'm very confident that they'll actually get that done. So, all right, so right out the gate here, we have a couple CDs as well as this kind of like, there's a poster and a manual here. So let me just move this box out of the way. All right, so we got like a little promo here. And looks like, let's see, game. Okay, so this is advertising a game design blog. So if you want to, I guess, learn from Nihon Falcom a bit more. Here's an advertisement for... Oh, this is for Trails in the Sky, which I'm playing right now. And this is the first game. This is the first Trails in the Sky game. So I'm actually playing this game right now. It's pretty cool. Oh, it's actually English right here. That's interesting to see. Alright, so we've got the playing manual here. So of course it's going to show you some nice art right off the bat. Man, I love the art in East. I think it's like really well done. And this is like a bit of an older style. It's definitely evolved over the years. Yeah, they talk about the story here. Actually, so this is interesting here. So this part is actually talking about before the game, because what happens is you actually wake up on the island a little bit confused of like what had happened. So I'm not going to spoil that, but it's kind of cool because I was kind of curious, like how did Adol get to that island? And he was like shipwrecked on there, and I guess this manual actually breaks it down, so that's kind of cool. So yeah, there's the main character you play as, Adol, Christian. Of course, the other side characters there that you interact with, and then of course the rest of the manual is just like how to play the game. So some pretty cool stuff here. Yeah, just basic manual related items. Now, of course, for those of you guys who know, I'm a big video game music collector. And so now I've got a couple new musics that I can add to my collection. So actually, first, let me show you. Here's the game disc right here. These 6 game discs. So, of course, we've got that. And then these are still kind of sealed, actually. So we've got the Yeast Special Collection. Oh, my bad. Make sure I don't get the glare there. So this is going to have some special music with it. Well, actually, it's a DVD, so it's going to have some video and some live performance stuff, it looks like. So I'll have to check that out later. Hopefully, while I'm editing the video, I'll put some of the music that's in these CDs for you guys to hear out. And then here's the Yeast Complete Works, so 1 through 5. I need to correct the record here because I actually didn't realize this, but this particular CD here is actually the first 5 Yeast games ready to be installed onto your computer to play. It's crazy because Yeast number 5 was only on the Super Famicom, or like a limited release. It wasn't really, it was hard, it's kind of hard to get nowadays. And now that I have it on PC, of course it's in Japanese, that won't be too much of an issue. I can actually play it now, Yeast 5, a physical version of it on the PC. So looking forward to giving that a shot. But yeah, there you have it. That is Yeast 6, the Arc of Napistim. And I'm just going to box it up real quickly here. Alright, so there you have it, the Arc of Napistim, Yeast 6, and this is basically kind of like a basic edition, because I don't see any special writing here that says that it's like a collector's edition. Oh, my bad, you can't see that, but we've got Windows 98, 2000, ME, and XP, look at that. Guarantee a lot of people don't remember those. But yeah, so it's a basic edition here. It doesn't have a price because it doesn't have like the original tag, I guess you can say, but I would imagine that it probably went for around the same price as this back in the day. So I got this for cheap as well, less than $10, and that was worth the music alone on the inside. So very satisfied with that. All right, and then finally moving on to the kind of like the best one here, and there's a specific reason. This is Yeast, the Oath and Felgana, which this is actually a remake of the third Ys game, if I'm remembering correctly. It's either the third or the fourth Ys game. And what's special about this is like it's a remake done by from Nihon Falcom themselves, because the original game was actually developed by a different company at the time. And this one actually you can play on modern consoles as right now. Like you can play this specific version on modern consoles as well as like the PC. And it's fun. I just played this recently and I really enjoyed it. So I think you guys will also enjoy it as well. And yeah, we're going to open this up. So as you can see here, it might be a bit hard to tell. It says Premium Music CD Box. And this had me excited when I saw this, because if you see this number here, it's saying 170 tracks here with all the CDs. So this will be a lot of fun to open up, and we'll take a look at this. All right, so of course we've got the manual, and we've got the, let's see, this should be the game. Yeah, this is the game right here. Got the game, so. And then, oop, gotta be careful there. We got some flyers here, of course. Just advertising Nihon Falcom. So that's kind of cool to see. Oh, look at this. This looks familiar. You probably just saw this. Ace or Ys 6 here. Funny enough, yeah, there was a mobile version, or not mobile. There was a online version of this game, kind of like a like an MMO. I've never played it, so I have no idea what you do in that. So I'll have to check that out in the future. But now, what I'm really excited to show you is this right here, the Ys Premium Music CD Box in Felghana. So. This thing is very clean. It's very good condition. So kudos to the previous owner of this. But what we got here is obviously music from different Ys games. So we've got music from Ys 3. So part 1 and 2 right here. Not bad about the glare. And then we've got the symphonic poem from Wanders from Ys. Oh, my bad. Should probably show a better shot there. There we go. We've got the super arranged version. I have no idea what that's going to mean, but that's going to be interesting to check out. We've got best selection of Ys 3. Okay, so I made a mistake earlier. I know I said Ys 3. This is a remake of that. I think I accidentally also said 4. But yeah, this kind of confirms it right here on the spot. This is a remake of 3. So best selection of Ys 3. The Ys 3 JDK special. I'm not familiar with JDK, but that might be the previous company that made the game. So, and then we've got the pre-arranged version. So basically, these are more or less all the different versions of the Ys 3 music. Yeah, Perfect Collection. Perfect Collection 1 and 2. The music from Ys 3. So they're all gonna kind of sound different because of the different hardware that they were made for at the time. But yeah, this will be definitely interesting to listen to and give you guys a bit of a teaser in the post editing, I guess you can say. So, but no, this in itself had me really really excited to get. Here's the kind of an up close of what's included. Yeah. All right, let me box this up, and then we'll give some closing thoughts. And real quickly, I almost forgot this. Here's the manual. We got to show off the manual, of course. So here's the map of Felghana. Yeah, I love the artwork for these games. It's really cool. Here's kind of like your antagonist in the game. There's Adol. I mean, you always go on like a really cool adventure throughout these games, I should say, and this one is no exception. Get some background on the characters, but yeah, pretty cool stuff here. Of course, you got the operation guide on how to play the game, so always need that. Yeah, good stuff here. All right, so there we have it. We've got all 3 Yeast games for the original, like their PC releases. And yeah, so of course we've got Yeast Origin, the Arc of Naphistism, or oh, I can't even say this correctly. The Arc of Napistum, which is Yeast 6. And then we've got Yeast, the Oath and Felghana, which is basically a remake of Yeast 3. And yeah, as you can see, we saw some pretty cool like music that's included, the manual, as well as like some art books or visual books. And yeah, the music alone is why I purchased this. And I forgot to mention, but this was also cheap as well. It was like less than $10 that I found that for. So very good finds. Overall, this was about, I don't know, maybe $30 in total, less that I spent. And very satisfied with what I got there. So, but yeah, if you're ever interested in playing the Yeast games, I highly recommend Origin. It's a prequel, and it kind of teaches you going forward what the Yeast games are about. And it's a very good like entry into the series for just the mechanics of an action RPG. From there, you obviously want to play Yeast 1 and 2. But if those are a bit too difficult for you, I highly recommend jumping into Yeast 3 Oath and Felghana, because you can play this on modern consoles right now. So very much recommend this. So very glad that I could expand my Yeast collection, and hopefully you guys got to see some cool stuff here. And if you have any questions about Yeast, make sure you leave a comment. If you've played Yeast before, let me know which one is your favorite. Currently, I am just completed number 6, this one actually recently, and I'm taking a break, but I will be jumping back into number 7 here soon and powerhousing my way through them to hopefully get to Nordics whenever, before the year is over. So looking forward to continuing my Yeast journey. I've been having a lot of fun, so thanks for checking out this video. Catch you guys in the next one.